right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. We've been away for about 2 weeks, and we're going to blame it all on Sister Cassie because she was gone.
Man, I was enjoying my best life. I'm just going to say it like that. Enjoying life. Just getting to see the world. But I do apologize, y'all. I do. I was loving, every minute of it, though. But I'm back. I'm back.
Exactly. Sister Cassie is our world traveler. She be going, boy. She be going. She don't be wasting no time.
I'll be gone. Enjoying. I told you I'm enjoying life. Every bit of it.
Exactly. Mac 285, I want to welcome you to the program. Peace and blessings. Happy Father's Day to you as well. And our topic today is the meaning of Father's Day to the Black man. What does it mean when we're talking about Happy Father's Day? What does it mean to be a father? What does it mean to be a husband, brother? And have Black men missed the mark on becoming a father? And is it appropriate for Black men to have white men as their example of what a father should be? So we're going to be getting into those, and our other panelist, Brother Isaiah, should be back on shortly. But Sister Cassie, let me ask you, when you think of Father's Day, is that a day where Black Americans or Black people, period, should be celebrating in your understanding? And if so, why? And if not, why not?
Hold on, honey. Walking in. You answer the question again.
Yes, ma'am. About Father's Day, is it a day that we should be celebrating? And if so, why? If not, why not? I want to welcome Twin Pyramid to the program. Peace and blessings, Twin. We're glad you're here.
You know what, Maurice? That's a huge question right there, because I feel like this: if you are a father and you're doing the job and doing what you were put on this earth to do, then God, you should be celebrated the whole year, not just one day. And a lot of people, I don't know if I would even God is so hard to answer, because a lot of Black men now aren't doing what they're supposed to do. There's so many of our Black children that are missing that dad. I'm looking in the schools, I'm looking around, I'm looking at, society wise, and I'm looking at traumas. I'm looking at a lot of abuse. I'm looking at a lot of stuff that shouldn't even be going on in our families. And they're going on because the family is not together. The man and the wife is not together. The woman is doing what she can do, but she can only do so much. And then the man is out there doing what Becky and doing what everybody else, but with his children. He's father to everybody else but his own children. And his kids could live right across the street. I've seen that. And I'm seeing where the women are doing everything. And then when the kids don't end up right, then the fathers, pointing the fingers at the woman. And I'm like, well, dang, were you there? So it's a lot of blaming. And that's not what we're trying to do. I want men to understand and wake up that it is time for us to, as a group, as a Black culture, to bring it in, ladies and men, to bring that thing in, and let's put our men back where they need to be. And I'm just saying, it's just a lot going on, and it's getting worse. It's not getting better. Yes, we say we're waking up, but are we really waking up? Because when you tell me you're waking up, I'm gonna see I'm gonna see more Black families together. I'm not gonna see more Black men with white women. I'm gonna see more Black on Black. I'm gonna see more of us creating our own schools, creating our own, buying up land, buying our own homes. So you could go a long range, but right now, what I'm looking at, I see a lot of fathers outside of these homes, and these boys, these children, girls and guys, are missing that example because they're getting into relationships with all these foreign women, and because of the dad not being there, the family is you can't have your head missing from the body and your body is complete. It's not. it'll never be complete, because that family, that man, and the presence of a man is everything to a family, to a son and a daughter. And yes, he's important to both, not just to the boys. He's important to that girl too, because he's teaching the little boy how to be this, how to secure the family, how to be a provider, a protector. Then he's teaching his daughter what kind of man she wants to draw to herself. So a lot of girls is drawing dysfunction to themselves because their dad's not there. All you seeing is house full of women. What kind of woman? We can't teach our little girls how to, that male side that they need. We can't do that. So I think it's a lot of dysfunction going on in the Black family. And you got something like yourself that's doing now. You got something that's doing, but I want to see more. I want to see more doing.
Now, let me ask you this real quick, Sister Cassie, before I ask Brother Isaiah. And since you are a world traveler, and you've been to Africa, South America, do you see a difference between Black fathers there and Black fathers here in America?
Some, but I've been to Africa, and you still seeing the same nonsense. Single women on the street begging for food with their babies, sometimes newborns, laying right next to them. I've seen that. I've seen, and you got a lot of rape in these other cultures, in the other countries, a lot of rape among the Africans, different cultures. Okay. But then when I went to Panama, I'm seeing the Spanish men. I'm seeing a lot of the Spanish men, and you got both. You got some in the home, a lot of them in the home that I saw from what I was seeing. You got a lot with their kids, and they're taking care of kids. But you got some single ones too. So it's a mixture, so I think it's nationwide, so, but I'm seeing different cultures, and I'm believing that because of slavery with us is why it's so prevalent among Black people and other cultures that should be living a little better with their dads and moms, because they didn't go through what we went through, should be doing a whole lot better. We're the way we are because of slavery. You understand what I'm saying? Because of foundation, because we had they had camps where you had one man having thousands of children. You understand what I'm saying? So we grew up like that. But if you were born in a culture that had your dads, and you still have some that are still there from what I was seeing in Panama, a lot of dads, a lot of families, but I've seen some broken ones too. But considering you didn't grow up in slavery, you grew up with your dad, we should see next to no as far as the lack of fathers.
Wow, very interesting. Very interesting. Brother Isaiah, what say you? What's your take on Father's Day?
Do you really want to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear it. That's why I asked.
No, you don't want to hear this.
Yeah, I do. I want to hear it.
Look, yeah, we want to hear it. Come on here.
All right. Well, I'm going to be critical first.
Right.
Now, fathers don't get shit. all the mothers get all of everything, and all I get is maybe a call. Not no drawers, not no socks, not no tie, nothing. Just a happy Father's Day. That's it.
Can I say something on that one? Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah. You know the deal, Cassie. We don't get shit.
You know what? You can't do that. You can't. But let's talk about the training, and you have to understand. I'm drawing back on what you're saying. What you do is what you get. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying where a lot of fathers wasn't there. My uncles, for instance, and yeah, they didn't get shit, like you said. Their kids didn't visit, their kids didn't say call, they didn't get no tie, they didn't get no, because of the simple fact, did you train your child to help them to understand how important you are? You have to teach your child that I'm just as important as you when they're babies. For instance, going to buy you a card, going to the father, the Family Dollar, and buying you a dollar card. Even when he's a baby, you're teaching him how to respect. You're teaching him how to honor you. You're teaching them. We fail to do that sometimes. We think, well, it's okay. No, it's not okay. I taught my children how to honor their dad. I taught them that. Go get your dad a card. Go get him a ashtray. Go make an ashtray. You start that as children, as babies. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
even
I feel you. I feel you.
you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
all in the teaching. It's all about the parenting. It really is. But I understand what you're saying, though. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rest my mic.
But
I ain't
but
gonna
yeah,
interrupt you.
look. You can be a crackhead mom, and the crackhead mom gonna still get some more stuff. You know what I mean? I don't understand that, but hey, a mother is a mother. That's the one that carries you for 9 months, and but still, and you know what I mean. And the other thing, we don't celebrate Father's Day today in the Dominican Republic. We celebrate at the end of the month. So we celebrate Mother Day twice, and we celebrate Father Day twice. Like today and the last Sunday of June, we celebrated here. So that's kind of a different. Uh, but I mean, I think here there's a lot of love for fathers. You know what I mean? Not to say that we get more than mothers, it's still the same shit. But it's a recognition that a father's role is very important. You know what I mean? You remember? Was it? I think it was you. I had sent it to you, Brother Marie. Um, it was a video. Damn it! What? Oh shit! Now you know my mind is gone. Right? Hold on. It was a video about something, but it had to do with whether or not the mother and
Can we losing?
yeah. No, can you hear me?
We
Yeah, we
can
can
now.
hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What happens here that the lights go every now and then. It was it might stay out for 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 5 hours, 10 hours. But anyway, can you hear me?
Man, y'all in the black
Oh,
country
okay.
and y'all can't
So,
get your electric bill squared away?
That ain't
huh?
just there, honey. That's a lot of places.
Really?
Yeah, but it's call them rolling black out here. But anyway,
Yeah.
before I'm hoping that it come back on in a minute. So I got a minute left. The longest it ever stayed out was 23 hours. Now you know damn well. But anyway, uh, so the fathers here, we get a lot of respect. Just like in America. It ain't no different. But the mothers here, man, you can line up. You can see the line going out the door with flowers and candy and all this other thing. Well, even here we don't father don't get no respect like mom. You know what I mean? But I understand that. My mother died. I'm looking at her. Right now. Because I didn't have my father for only 15 years, but I had my mother for 52. Well, I'll be 52 this year. No, better. So I'll be 52 this year. So I'm feeling it. But yeah, it just really depends. And the father plays a role of yeah, that's what it was, Brother Maurice. It was a video of a dad being there versus not being there, and the child getting all out of pocket. You know what I mean? Something like that to that effect. But you got to, I think it was a dog. That's what it was. It was a male dog, and the little puppy was getting all bent out of shape. And here come the male dog, and just everything just became real cool. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, it's very important to have the father in the home and being able to put that foot down if necessary. But more importantly, uh, showing the kids what a man is. You know what I mean? And the daughters who have fathers in their lives, letting them know that this is what you should expect from a man. As far as being responsible, being respectful, not having man after man after man, or for the boy not having women after women after women, because one good woman beat the fuck out of 10 you know women. So I bless the name of the men who were in my life, whether uncle or older cousins, you know what I mean, and my stepfather too. But yeah, it's very important to have fathers, and you can't go without that in a society. So I'll throw it back at you.
So, Brother Isaiah, is it important to have, I know you said it's important to have Black fathers, but is it important to have Father's Day?
Father there?
Father's
Or,
Day. Is it important that you have
oh,
what we
oh,
have?
oh, Father Day. Yeah, we don't get shit, like I say, but yeah, I mean, it should be an awareness of the importance of the role of a father. You know what I mean? 'Cause I see that, every day. I would just, my kids are out of school now, and I went up there to the school practically the day before the last day to talk with the administrator, right? And
Mm,
I was telling him about the importance of the parents being in the home and showing the kids, math, science, all of this stuff without going into too much detail. And I would let him know, only the school can reinforce what is enforced at home. If ain't shit happening in the home, then more than likely the kid's gonna be at the mercy of the school and not really knowing anything other than what the parents will be able to instruct or impart on that child. So as far as that goes, yeah, um, but yeah, it's very important, and every day here go to life. Every day is very important and critical in the life of a child and children, whether yours or not. And my thought to him was, you have a duty to make sure that these kids are getting the best education possible. But I can guarantee you, they don't know if they're in the third, fourth, fifth, 12th grade, because it goes up to 12th grade and then it goes into college, that they know why you add 2 plus 2. You know what I mean?
hmm
Or where numbers come from, or how do you propagate numbers? There's a lot of shit that goes in, man. You just don't send a kid to school and just hope they learn something. The parents got to know something. So I'm glad they learning. They already speaking English and Spanish very well, reading and writing. So now it's up to me too to make sure that they learn Hebrew and every other language that they think is necessary to learn. Right, they have an affinity for it. But yeah, it's important that Father's Day is every day, not just Mom's Day or Father's Day. You know what I mean? So that's important.
hmm
But I throw it back at you.
All right. Thank you, Brother Isaiah. Sister Cassie, what is the foundation of fatherhood, of Black fatherhood? What is the foundation of that?
When you
Yeah,
say politics, go ahead.
responsibility, integrity, character, um, honesty, all of that virtue. Podcast, all of the virtue that even in your book, Sister Kathy, you expressed that, and I can't say enough about all of the boom moments that I had in your book, and also history. Because we right now our kids, Black kids, and kids in general are living in a world of the matrix, where good is bad, bad is good, right is wrong, wrong is right, and white folks don't fuck this whole shit up. So now we really must take it upon ourselves to redirect all of that negative energy that white folk have spilled upon the world and have confused us into believing things that don't exist. Because in reality, white folks don't know no better. They just started learning how to speak about 1,000 years ago and learn how to write critically about 800 years ago. So they're not smart, man. You know what I mean? We talked about this, and the idea is still the same. Fuck white folk. You know what I mean? They are our children. They come from us. But the bottom line of it all, They done fucked this whole shit up. Now, I'm just being on the real and keeping it real on 100. And for us as a people, we have to recognize that, whether you're in Mississippi, whether you're in Carolina, whether you're in the Dominican Republic, or anywhere in the world, in America or the world in general, that we have work to do. Every second of every day, every minute, every hour of every year, from now to eternity, we cannot afford to allow our kids to learn a fucked up ass history that white folks love to propagate. We gotta learn our shit because that's the right history. Every waking moment of history is black history. And I know deep down inside, we're gonna get it right because it's just a natural way of cleansing the negativity, the vibration of this unholy being we call white folks out of our system, educational system, political system, economic system, you name it. We're gonna get it right, and we are beating the fuck out of them, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, politically, economically, and physically. I'll go back in.
So wait a minute, Isaiah, let me ask you this question real quick before I go to Sister Cassie. Is it appropriate for a black man, black child, to look at the white man as an example of how to be a father? Is it
now you know.
I gotta ask the question.
I asked the question. Well, you know where I'm going. You know by now where I'm going. These people are not human. This is. You know, we talked about this, and we got the point now. We always had the dots. Well, we got the motherfucking point, and we got the number to the dots. So we know exactly how and why white folks are and why they are. They are the most violent, destructive motherfuckers on the planet. The worst niggas on the planet. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that now. You cannot say, oh, well, you know, just give them a chance. Maybe. There might be some good white folks. Liberal, you know, man, fuck all that shit. Now we know. There's no second guessing. There's no maybe. There could be. Might will be. All these motherfuckers gotta go. They're the Amaleks. You understand what I'm talking about? They're the Amaleks. There's no doubt in my fucking brain about that shit. And we have the onus upon us as the adults to make sure that these young black minds are not twisted and turned about to make it look as if we can get along and go along with these motherfuckers. We can't. We got to kill them because they're trying to kill us. They just did that shit over the last fucking, 2 years ago? Doing the, you know what? Over 150, you know how many million people died? Or dying and still dropping dead? And they're trying to figure out how in the fuck why are they dropping dead? They got the poison in the air, the poison in the water, poison in the food. Bill Gates. They got 500 million pounds of meat being produced, 3D printed meat in Europe. They have massive amounts of chickens and cows and things of that nature that are being killed and firebombed or being destroyed. They got bugs and your food. It might trying to make you love bugs to eat. The cochineal, C-O-C-C-O, let me spell it right, C-O-C-H-I-N-E-A-L. They crush these bugs and put it into your potato chips. Look for that word. This is not no joke. They have it now where you gotta determine if and when you gotta eat. That was a law not passed not so long ago. In regard to determining in America whether you can what time you can eat. This is some bullshit. So no, the white man is the worst fucking animal on the goddamn planet, trying to fake like they are human. They have feelings, they have emotions, they have all of this. but they have no stability. They have no moral. They have no conscience. They have nothing but death, destruction, disease, and despair on their fucking brain 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they ain't gonna stop. They ain't gonna stop. They have the third strike now. We civilized these bastards 3 times. Once in Egypt, once in Greece and Rome, now coming out of Spain. There's no more chances. And recently, a while back, I think I mentioned it to you, Brother Marie, that there was a meeting of sorts between the Arabs and the Moors. A while ago, years ago, I had seen it, and I've been struggling trying to find that motherfucker for the longest. Excuse my friend. But the idea behind that meeting was, we taking this shit back. Plain and simple. We give no fucks. The Arab Spring is here. And every one of these damn animals who get out of line, they're getting cut. Plain and simple. You get right, like you say. What's the monologue of your entry? Everybody gonna get in line. You get right.
And do right.
That's how I go. That's how I go. Because if you don't do this, they're gonna make it look like, well, they're giving me an inch. I'm gonna take a fucking mile. Correct. You gotta put a stop to that shit. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, they're gonna think like I think I sent you a video not recently, like 2 days ago, and to you, Sister Cass, this sister got Proverbs 31. Always talking about a whole lot of different things. Like these white folks got it in their motherfucking brain that they can do what the hell they want to do when they don't want to do how they want to do it. It don't matter. But now you see, they're waking up to the fact that hey, my word don't count. It never did, motherfucker. You see, you got it to the point now where we got all the spades in our hands. Like how you play spades, you know, we got all the motherfucking spades in our hands. But these motherfuckers done tricked us into believing we ain't got shit. You feel me? So no, we cannot afford them to teach our kids in the school. This is why I have it upon my heart, soul, and mind to bless my kids, not curse them. Why would you allow your kid to go to a white school knowing motherfucking well they ain't gonna be teaching them the real reality of what it's all about? And I got in the ass of the administrator of the school with the white guy, nice guy, but I stayed right there. I said, look, you have the responsibility of making sure these motherfucking kids are, I didn't say motherfucker, but you make sure that these damn kids are learning. Look, I can guarantee you these motherfucking kids at that school, as much money as I pay, they ain't learning what I'm teaching my kids with the program that I got, IXL. They ain't. They all working and running around and here trying to figure out about the Dominican history, and they learning American. They ain't learning some shit that should not be taught. America only consists of 13 states. That's it, not 50. George Washington was black, not white. The colonists were black at first, then became white. The Dutch, the French, the Scots, all of these people, the Germans, they came up in here, they were black. So, and obviously, it is important because when you have cut the roots of your past off and you're only living in the present and wondering about the future, however you're going to be able to predict this. One must know the past to understand the present in order to predict the future and which way it goes. Okay, go ahead. O cuéntame cuando tú llegas para allá y que el nombre de la película, oíste. Ok, ya, está bien. Okay. No, pues lleva este contigo. Espera, escúchame. Lleva este contigo, Dominga, lleva este contigo. Yeah, okay. Escúchame. So yeah, it's very important to understand history and relate that to your kids, man. Because if you don't, all you're doing is just repeating the same dumbass fucking cycle. And we need to break that cycle. And the only way you're going to do that is if we learn the true history of our forefathers. Because how did that go, Sister Cassie? When you forsake your parent, your days upon your earth will not only be long, but long suffering. So we got to pay homage and honor our ancestors so that our days upon the earth may be long and blessed in every way possible. Now I throw it back at you, Brother Marie.
Thank you, Brother Isaiah.
Brother Marie.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Sister Cassie.
Oh, wow.
What is the foundation of fatherhood?
The foundation to me is, oh my God, that is the one that is the head of the family. Okay, that's your provider, that's your protector, that is your teacher for our children. That is the example, the mentorship. You know, you got a lot of stuff going on with fathers that's not being done. These are the ones that's you know, you're actually teaching your child, you know, how to be that protector, that provider. You're actually teaching that female child what kind of man to draw to themselves. You're teaching them as far as how dangerous America is. You're teaching them how to stay alive. And these are things that say that we have to teach our children how to stay alive. What is it going to take? It's going to take us separating from these crackers. It's going to take us understanding who they really are and that there's nothing good in them. Nothing. I don't care how they smile. I don't care what they tell you. There's nothing good in them. We see a whole system that they've set up against us for our demise. We have to understand how serious these bastards are. We have to understand that these people are out to kill, and they're out to steal and to destroy. And what are they doing right now? We have to begin to help our children to understand every time these crackers move against you, it's for your demise. For instance, example, you see these white women, right? They telling you, come on, get our women. China telling you, come on, get us pregnant. 75,000. Okay, why are you doing that? Because I remember a time when Armenian touched you, they died. We have to begin to help them to understand that history repeats itself. If you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. You have to teach your sons how dangerous these women are. You have to teach your daughters how dangerous. You got our little babies being cut up now by these creatures. You got 2 black girls that's been cut up, okay, by 2 white men. Now this is a trend, okay? When one do it, you got copycats. So we have to begin to tell our daughters they're very dangerous. Leave them alone. Don't date them. We have to tell our boys, leave them alone. OnlyFans, remember the Nigerian who got cut up or shot, you stabbed up by the white girl? Okay, they're dangerous. When are we going to make this known to our sons and our daughters? These people are not something that you want to date and marry, mix and mingle with. Okay, we have to begin to keep teaching our children. We have to help them to understand the whole system that they've set up. So it's a lot that our fathers are not even doing. Who's teaching our kids this? Mothers are too busy. We work in 12, 16-hour days. Who's teaching our children this? Nobody. That's why you can see a video with a little baby grabbing a white girl by the hand and the mama laughing. Hey, I found a white girl. You seen the one on TikTok? I found a white girl, mama. And he bringing that little out and said, throw it back. Take her back. Take her back. That's not what the mama's saying. The mama said, you know what I'm saying? The mama's,
I haven't seen that.
Have to be, oh, yeah, I'm going to try to find it, send it to you. I found a white girl, mama. He like maybe what, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Maybe about 3, 2 or 3. And he pulling the white girl by the hand, little white baby by the hand. I found a white girl. And the mama, well, her name is not white girl. I just said, throw her ass right back. That's what I'd have told her. Take her back where you got her from. That's exactly what I'd have told her. Don't bring that thing up in here. That's dangerous. And she will have you kill. Seriously, we have to be honest about this. We have to start telling our kids, them are dangerous women. Those are not, I hear a lot of men talk about when they're dating these white women, how sickly they become. Okay, let's talk about this. Sickly, losing everything. Why? Because those are Satan's seeds. Those are not people that you're supposed to be mixing and mingling with. A lot of women, black women getting pregnant by these men are losing those babies. I talked to a black woman the other day. Husband, white, can't even keep you. We're not supposed to be mixing with them. That's why your body can't hold them babies. And a lot of them women, who's trying to mix and mingle with black men are not even able to be pregnant by the black men. See, we have to understand, even God is trying to help y'all. Even ancestors trying to help y'all. But we're reproducing our own oppressors. We're not talking about this enough to our children. We're not educating our own babies. That's what fathers are supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be educating our own babies. Why aren't you there, dads, to tell your sons this? Why have we not built? Men, you say you woke, right? Why are we not building our own schools? Why are we not buying up our own lands? Why are we not building our own homes? Okay, it's things that we could be doing right now to stop all of this. And it should never be just up to a black woman to do it. That's your job, to keep us safe, men. That's your job, to keep providing for us. That's your job. We out here to help, but we're the helpers. We're not here the one that's taking care of all of it. That's a no-no. So because of our head not being attached to the body, that's why you got black folk, we all over the place. No order, no direction, nothing. Why? Because our men are out of place. The foundation is to help keep the family together. You're teaching your sons. You're being mentors to your sons. You're being examples to your son. That's without the men. Look around you. What do you see? Black families out of order. It's out of order. And it's never going to be in order as long as our men are out of place. Everybody in the wrong place. You got the men over the head over here. You got the toe up here. And the whole body is jacked up. You can't recognize none of it. I remember the elephant story. Okay. And I think Isaiah was talking about the dog story. It was with the baby elephants, and the mom and the baby elephants were separated from the men. Then baby elephants these boys grew up and was getting wilding out. That's the same thing. This is so important. We have to understand how important it is. A man's presence in the home, a man's presence in charge. You're showing your sons how to be men, how to be providers. Without that, what are they doing? They land on the couch waiting on mama to fix their plate. What the hell? Get up, fix your own plate. We waiting on the mamas to clean up behind them. They sitting on the couch playing the game all day. Now they woman. They moved from their woman's house. Now they moved from the mom's house. Now you're in your woman's house. You still sitting on the couch. That same couch. You still not fixing your bed. You're still not going out looking for a job. Foundation. You are the foundation. We can't do this without you. And I'm tired of seeing it, for real. I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of seeing women pull out their wallets with a man standing right there. What are we doing? I'm tired. It's so often that you see a black man pulling out his wallet now. Now, if you married, okay, you married, y'all got same bank account, okay. But you boyfriend and girlfriend, why I'm seeing you, I'm seeing her drive. I'm seeing her pull out her wallet. What are we doing? What are we teaching our boys? That we can take care of men? Men, you got to get back on your job. I rest my mic.
Definitely. One thing I didn't hear either of you talk about, and I want to get into it because I believe our relationship to our God is the foundation of Black fatherhood. I think that's where it starts at. But I also think if you have a white God as your God, your understanding of fatherhood will never be correct. Right. Your understanding of life will never be correct. What do y'all think about that? What's the connection? Because look, Black people use religion as a coping mechanism, right? Other people use religion as a conquering tool. And it's like, for some reason, we're not understanding that. Instead of praying to God to help you kill your enemies, you praying to God to bless your enemies.
I'm not. But I know what you're saying.
It makes no sense whatsoever. And I think that because we're going to get into the video of the superintendent who white boy just come to the stage and push him out the way. Because even when you listen to what this Black man is saying, he don't understand. They asked him, do you think racism was involved? Well, I don't know. I don't know whether it was involved or not. The hell you mean? It was involved, but you don't want to say that. So I don't believe that you can be a true father if you don't access our God, the true God. You following a devil God, you're only going to get and attract more devilishment to come to you. What's your thinking on that, Sis Cassie?
Oh my goodness. Sorry. I believe that God is important and we have to know the foundation of it all. And it's connected. You can't do it in one without the other. It's always connected. We can't do it without him. And that's what the problem is. We've been trying to do it without him. And the ones that are doing it with him, they're white. The God is white. No, he's not. He looks just like you. He said, I made you in my image. What image is that? Am I white? Everybody God looks like them except black folk. Tell me why. Chinese got a big fat white guy, right? Big old fat, say sitting on the look, okay. Everybody God look like theirs, right? But ours, why is ours white? Where'd that come from? We should have threw that mess in the trash. And I'm gonna tell you, with us having anything to do with them, we have to stop having anything to do with them. Period. Come from among, be ye separate, learn not. That's what he meant. People try to say, oh, that's not what he meant. That's what he meant. Every other culture's hanging with the Indians. You got the Indians over there, you got Jews over here, you got you. Everybody has their own, right? We the only culture that want to come together with them. What's wrong with us? We got to do better. We have to start understanding the foundation. They gave you religion. Religion tore our families apart. They use religion, like you said, to conquer you, to kill you. They're not going by that. They're not forgiving you. They're putting your asses in jail, killing you on the street, using you as sacrifice, because that's what it is. Every time they shed your blood, they're using you as a sacrifice, because that's what they do. They're sacrificing you to their father, which is Satan. Why you think there's so many of our black men? It's a spirit attached to those white women. People don't understand that. Why you think you're walking around with sickness and disease, messing with them? They don't even wash their asses. They don't even wash their hands after they, come on. Let's be honest. You got one woman, I'm gonna show you a video. I sent you the video when she talked about a little boy.
Yeah, I said, what in the hell?
I'm just saying. You see what I thought that was the funniest thing. That thing right there. And these are the men that you want to date? Are we serious?
Oh.
What's wrong with this? She said, I know I smell like them. You gotta play that video. You gotta play that video. That thing was so funny. But I'm gonna show you the other one about the white man. And we have to talk about them adopting our babies. That's a no-no.
Right.
I'm serious. He's white guy adopting black babies. So I'm not raising black men. I'm raising Americans. You wrong right there. Because you're not gonna have the same. They're not going to have the same anything experience than you are. They're not going. You do them a disservice. People say, well, as long as he's adopting them, no. They have to be taught about their blackness. It's things that those black boys are going to go through that he'll never go through. He won't even understand it. That's why he can tell you, I'm not raising black men. I'm raising Americans, American boys. I'm raising little boys, or, to be grown American men. No, we don't go through the same thing. So you're doing them injustice. You're not teaching them of the harm and the damages and the dangers of being raised as black men in America. So you're doing them a disservice. But we have to do better. You have to do better. Period.
Thank you, Sister Cassie. I want to go ahead and welcome Brother Willie Rivers to the program. Peace and blessings, Brother Willie. We're glad that you're here with us. I'm going to welcome Mr. Rudy Poot. Blackman with the biggest case. No, that looks like some type of foolishness there. Let's take that off of there. Isaiah, what do you think about what I just said about the foundations of fatherhood being connected to the foundation of our God?
It's always been like that. It's always been like that with us. For me, from all of my reading and all of my discussions with the elders that I know and uh, the people who written books that I've read, it come down to this. As Black people, we've always did not segregate math, science, technology, religion. All of these things flow one into the other.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a connection between your spiritual, mental, and emotional self. It's not a religion. Judaism, or whatever you want to call it, or Christianity, or Islam, or Buddhism, excuse me, Buddhism and Taoism. These are not religions. That's the poor ass thinking that the white man thinks and the white woman thinks, because they have no concept of it. And so they bring about this, well, it's a religion, and we need to do this a certain way, and blah blah, skip it. No, Judaism, Islam, and all of that come from where? Ma'at. And Judaism, as far as I'm concerned, and I practice a lot of other so-called philosophies of life or religion, and I've always came back to what I was raised in. So it is a way of life. Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, Taoism. These are ways of life, philosophies that help you find a way of life for you. Let me say that again. These are philosophies of life that help you find the way of life for you. And this is how and why our ancestors were able to intermingle, if that's the correct word, to connect all of these ends and allow our civilization to flourish as many thousands upon thousands of years that it lasted. Because there was a deeper understanding and spiritual connectedness between my physical body and the universe. Universe means one word. That one word is, you can say whatever it may be. It may be love, it may be knowledge, it may be wisdom, it may be understanding, or all of these things coming together as one. You feel me? So when we talked about agriculture, astronomy, astrology, physics, math, medicine, law, these are not just singular subjects that we studied in the university, because we created university. We created school, the concept of a school. And so as our younger generation came up, they had to earn their stripes before they moved on. It ain't like, like we do today, based on white systems of education. We're talking about some deep shit that our ancestors went through in order to reach that level of understanding. Before they could ever go on, they had to go in front of the elders to show that they knew and know what the hell they're talking about. So as far as I'm concerned, and that kind of school system still exists in Timbuktu and all these other places in Africa. Because when you look at the Dogon, they could see beyond the eye that there was other systems of planetary systems in motion around Sirius. You feel me? So yeah, I mean, it's some deep shit, but we got to get back within our systems of beliefs and our systems of what God is. It's not some being in the sky, it's within you. The temple is right here. The promised land is right between your ears. Because the more you water it with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the more you can get out of it, and the more you can manifest what you want from the inside world in which we envision that we want to see outwardly. So the road to manifestation is thinking, speaking, and actually doing. Because faith without work, it did. So I throw it back.
All right, thank you, Brother Isaiah. When I'm going to make a statement, But first, let me ask you, Brother Isaiah, who created niggas? Who made niggas?
Who created what now?
Who made niggers? Who made niggers?
Well, yeah, now that's a good point. That's a good question. But in the contemporary sense or in the old sense?
In the old sense.
In the old sense. Well, the word nigger comes from the word Niger. You know what I mean? And because white folks couldn't understand in or pronounce it correctly, it came out to be nigger. But the word nigger means God, negus. You feel me? So when you're looking at Thailand and other places, I might be off just a little bit. What's the name of that word? Sambo is not a bad word. Sambo in the Asia areas like Thailand, other areas in that vicinity meant a god. You feel me? Because of the immaturity of white folk, they could not understand that bullshit. They took it to a whole nother level of denigration when it's really what's the word I'm looking for? An elevation of the person, of the black god or the black goddess. So when you're talking to white folks, when you start talking about Sambo and negus or niggas, they can't understand it because it's not in their realm to understand it. They have a serious lack of spiritual development. And this is the reason why our ancestors throughout Europe, I was about to say Europe, but then again, Europe too, Egypt, locked their motherfucking asses out. And even after they were allowed to come in, and they saw all of this magnificent building and monuments and structures and math and science, the only thing they could come up with is the black man is God. The black woman is God. Because we are the gods of math, of science, of law, of physics, of calculus, of you name it. Gods of these areas of study, of how you say it, introversion that becomes extroverted in ways that are beneficial to the greater good of humanity. The summum bonum. So it would never, let's just say Marie created medicine. It wasn't about you as a person. You created something that benefit the greater good, the humanity of it all. So the person's name would never really like put out into the stars and the heavens, and your name is in plaque or diamonds and shit. It wasn't about that. It was how can we or I and we can do together and individually, but more so together because we can really make a difference together. And being able to bring forth the thing that we want to exist in the world in which we live, the 3D world in which we live. Because everything outside of you right now, even on the computer, started in the mind of somebody. So everything begins here. So once we become aware of that fact, the gig is up. It ain't in Israel. It's not in Africa. It's right here. And the more you water that brain, that 3-pound mass of gelatin, this vibrant thing. I don't know what I never touched a human brain, but you get what I'm saying. 3-pound mass of gelatin, synapses and firing and learning and doing all of this, and to be able to create based on what was and is and what it can be and will be is prevalent in the mind of those who want to make a difference. So as far as that goes, the nigger thing, that come from us. I'm gonna be right back because I gotta connect my computer to the plug. So I forgot all about that. I'll be right back. But hold on to that thought.
Okay, no problem. Sister Cassie, what say you?
Well, I forgot the question. He talked. I don't know what was the question, please. I said, be going. I sent you two videos too. Did you see them?
Yes, ma'am. We're
Okay.
gonna play them. Who made niggers? Niggers. Who made niggers?
White folk. White folk made that. Why would we call ourselves that? That's who made it. We know who made that. They always anything derogatory, anything negative, anything that's gonna try to pull down our self-esteem, anything that's for our demise, anything to genocide us, anything negative against Black folk, any negative name, we already know it came from them. Period. And then what we do, we latch onto it. We start calling ourselves that because a coon will come get it from white folk and they drop it in our neighborhood. And then we looking around calling each other that. We know where it came from. So we have to start counteracting it, even those negative thoughts, negative stuff that was said about us. Why are we picking up their negative behaviors if you know it's dysfunctional? Just like what they're teaching our children now, LGBT. Right. Good for you, because you shouldn't have had them teaching your children in the first place. We should have had our own children doing, our own thing. Right. But go ahead.
So, do you think that it is better for Black people to come out the names of the enemy, and even if you got to create your own name out of the air, would you say that would be better than carrying the name of our former slave masters and their children?
We have to get back to the basics. And once we get back to our history, this is why he told us to pass the history down to our children, that they'll never forget, right? Because then you pass the history down, they will never forget it. They're trying to wipe our history out. Why? CRT. Oh, it's so bad. But you did it. That's your history. Why is it so bad? You did it. We just repeating what you did. So it's a reaction to us teaching about their history, about what they did to us. So now we the racists. They got a whole lot of this gaslighting when it comes to them. They'll, do something, then we react to it. Then, you're being racist. But I'm telling you about your behavior. So who's the racist? Me or you? You understand what I'm saying? We ain't never supposed to talk about hold them accountable for anything. So yes, I do believe in total separation for one. Come from among, be separate, and learn not. That's what he told us to do. And I believe that he's talking to us about moving away from them, getting our own area, teaching our own children, and learning their history, our history, so that we can pass it down to our children so they can never forget. Because they're always changing stuff. We know they live a whole lie talking about the fake folk, okay, over there. We know that's the whole lie. But they know it. We know it. But they're going to still continue saying it. No, start repeating it. Stop calling the Middle East. That's Africa. Exactly. Stop calling it what it is. Let's change the scenario, change the wording of things. Let's stop walking the lies that they tell. When they say, oh, you talking about the Jews, you mean those fake folk over there in Israel? Let's call it out. We got to start calling that out. Instead of us sitting up there agreeing with nonsense, agreeing with the LGBT. You mean the men that wear makeup? The men that's looking like crazy, look like with the wigs on, the men who calling themselves the women who still have a penis? We got to start calling that stuff out. And we don't do it. So, yes, I believe that we have to stop jumping on their bandwagons and correct it. When they start trying to put stuff down, we correct it, correct the mindset of us. So when we come and you say, well, people of color, you mean Black folk? Who you talking about? Black folk? Or you talking about, Mexicans, brown folk? Which one? Because we're not people of color. We Black folk. We're melanated folk. And I even think we should stop calling ourselves Black folk. I think we should call ourselves melanated. That's what I believe. Because what is our heritage? What is our culture? Let's find it out and change our nationality. That's what I believe. If we're saying we're Hebrews, okay, then we need to start calling ourselves that. That needs to put it in your job application. You understand what I'm saying? So it's things that we can do as Black folk to free us and to free our minds. But we're not doing it because white folks says it's not, it's not cool. I don't give a damn what they say. So I'm not trying to please them. I want us to be free. And it's time for us to be free. And the only way to be free is to change some of the stuff that was passed down from generation to generation, start doing some things different. For instance, our men not marrying, we've gotten away from marriage. Let's get back into being married and stop talking about baby mamas. Let's stop having all these babies from 5 different women. You got 5 different wives, 5 different women. Okay? God see you as married. Even if you had sex with them, you just married them. People don't understand that. That's the how we've gotten away from the teaching.
Exactly.
So a lot of people say, "Oh, you've been married 5 times." Well, you've been married 20 because you slept with 20 different women. It's the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? So it's things that we can do to change all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Now rest my mic.
Definitely. Definitely.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna ride on the tail of our sister here.
Okay.
Um, the symbol of the swastika, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
an old African symbol of good luck.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now you allow white folk to get it. They
Yeah.
done turned it all around and upside down, inside out, because they don't have the faculty of understanding.
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? On top of that, just like I spoke with you a while, about a week ago or so, Maurice, I was telling you about Mark Lamont Hill
Mm-hmm.
calling me back, not calling me back, but writing me back on X.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sister Cass, you know what these niggas said?
Uh-oh.
Look, I wrote to this motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
I wrote him.
I don't know what you're writing him for.
I explained to him, Sister Cassie,
That coon ain't trying
why are you inviting these motherfuckers that got your black ass fired, talking about Israel
Mm.
and how you think on his show up front, well, blah blah Skippy and Israel gotta have a way to get into this and fight and have a right to fight and he made a comment that he wrote on X, and some white boy wannabe Jew got back to him in 5 minutes, had that motherfucker on the show.
Mm.
5 fucking minutes. He wrote some kind of bullshit, and a white boy wannabe Jew got in contact with him. He had him on the show the next week.
Mm.
Now I wrote to that white motherfucker and him telling them to have his ass on Mark Lamont Hill's show. I'm gonna rewrite and erase that motherfucker. They ain't got back to me yet.
And
He's talking about wait a minute, getting good. He wrote back and said to me after I told him, "You ain't nothing but a motherfucking lackey, licking the ass and balls of white supremacy." He wrote back to me talking about, why you say that, motherfucker? I know it's true. It's true, motherfucker. It's true. Now have me on the show, and we can go about this the hard way, or we can go about this the easy way. You feel what I'm saying? But I can guarantee you, of all these motherfucking white motherfuckers that's been on this show, ain't gonna be dealing with me. I'm reading them, writing, and checking their ass and making them in 2 moves.
Mm.
You ain't white,
Mm.
and you ain't shit. Now explain to me how you're not either one of those. Cause I can prove it, and I got receipts. Cause I know Mark Lamont Hill still want to be ingratiating these white motherfuckers, and he ain't even working with them motherfuckers no more. He working with the Arabs. So why the fuck are you so scared about telling these motherfuckers that you ain't no fucking real Jew?
Right. Say that.
Why are you worried about that shit now? You working with the Arabs on what's the name?
Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera. Who gives a fuck about them now?
Say that.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So why are you holding back? You should be. If I got fired from them motherfuckers, I would be like, "You ain't no Jew. How are you Jew, motherfucker?
Right.
Please explain this shit. Because I'm good right now. I'm working with the Arabs. How are you a fucking Jew? You're not Semitic. The Palestinians are Jews. The Palestinians are Semitic. But you want to kill the Palestinians and whine and moan and bitch and cry about anti-Semitism. The real Jews are really black. Do you know that? Man, look, I want to go the fuck off. I'm dying to get on the motherfucking show with these crap ass a rat tail growing motherfucker. Please have me on. Please invest. Please invite these motherfuckers. Please invite them. Cause I'm oh, what's the name of my show? The Lion Den nigga. I'm eating them up. They ain't gonna survive this bitch up in here. No. See, this is how you gotta go about it. And too many of our news agencies, like Roland Martin, ain't really dealing with the shit.
Right.
They pussyfooting around, playing. You feel what I'm saying? Enough is enough. They doing that 24/7.
Right.
Lying and scheming and conniving and lying again. What was the point? What was one of those points in the 67 points, Brother Muhammad? To lie, motherfucker. That's all they do. Lie. But they know they lying, and they know they're not telling the truth. But they hoping you fall for the okie doke.
Right.
You feel me? I'm going off a little bit. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So fuck them. I'll throw it back at you.
Oh boy. Well, that is our brother Isaiah. You know, he got to go in when it's time to go in. Cassie, Sister Cassie, let me ask you. We know that on the slave plantations there was buck breaking. Do you believe that buck breaking is part of the reason why we have so many homosexual Black men? And is it possible for a homosexual man to be a good father?
You know what? That's a loaded question, because I was thinking about that the other day, because you see so much of it. And I believe it's the TV. I believe it's the music. I believe that we've been influenced because, and I do believe that, you know, the butt breaking had something to do with slavery. But I want to get in the 60s, you know, from then on, we had Black men that was family men that raised their children. They were providers, protectors. They were homeowners. They, you know, and they weren't LGBT. Okay. So you have to understand, when you have been colonized, you begin to take on your colonizer's characteristics. That's just like when a woman is raising a son, he begins to take on his mother's characteristics of, because, you know, he's a little more feminine than the rest of the boys that was raised by their dads. So you have to understand, and you have a whole society that is LGBT, because that's who they are. They slept with their children, they slept with their dogs, they slept with their wife. That's their characteristics. It's hard not to be infected with that, because when you have a propaganda, a full out propaganda to LGBT all children, to LGBT our straight men, because that's where it's coming. They had a whole website. I looked on the website, can't even find it. They discontinued the website. The whole website, they were saying, we are coming after your boys. We're coming after your straight men. Oh, they saying it.
What?
They're saying it. Oh my God, I can't. I tried to get the website. I can't. I had it on my phone. Can't even get into it. They've changed it because some, you know, I was showing everybody that wife said, honey. I heard everything. And that's what in the writing, in the website, they said we are coming after, and that's what it's coming to. You got men now that's in charge, they're managers, you know, and they're, you know, it's crazy. You got a whole lot of, look at Hollywood. Everybody's sleeping on their couch. Everybody. I don't care whether you like it or not. If you are in a leadership position, you have been on that couch. Okay. Everybody. So you have a whole culture. That's what they do. And a lot of our Black men, Jay-Z, Denzel, I'm going to say him too. All of them. If you have made it in Hollywood, you have visited that couch. You had Tupac. Everybody knew Tupac was gay. Ooh, people say, really? Yes, he was. People don't understand that. Y'all
You said Tupac was gay.
Oh my God. Come on, Brother Murray, stop. Can you stop?
I ain't even heard that before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Come on. Everybody
I never heard that
before. He was in with Diddy. Come on, dude.
No. I never heard that. I'm seriously, I've never heard that.
He was in with Diddy. Diddy was the one that put it's a whole lot of stuff. Come on. Y'all have to understand. If you are making music, or if you're
That's true, Brother Marie. That's true.
Hey, look at that. Don't be so shocked.
That's true.
If you are making
I'm
music,
not shocked about a damn thing.
I'm nothing with them, because you coming together with them, you didn't visit that couch, honey. I don't give a damn what you think. You didn't visit that couch. Even the ones that you don't want to think visit that couch, because that's their culture. That's who they are. That's what they do. So if you're going to come over here, you're going to do everything that we've been doing. And that's what they've been doing. That's all they know how to do. All them big dogs. It ain't just Harry Weinstein. It ain't just him. It's all them dudes that was directors in Hollywood. All of them. Them been on that couch and been in there, everybody else. Where you think Diddy got it from?
Yeah.
Who you think he got it from? Where you think Jay-Z got it from? You think he got all that money just by being Jay-Z? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let Sister Cassie, Brother Marie, look. Years ago, before my mother died.
That's my resale. Look at it.
It's hard to believe, huh, Brother Marie?
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
No. I was in the same shoes as you. Now, hear me out. This satanic culture of white folks.
That's what they do. Bones and skull and bones.
They
are. That's why I keep telling you, those are Satan's children.
Yes, Sister Cassie.
Nasty folk. That's what they do. That's all they know. Those women, just like God got a set of children, he's got his children, and those are his children. People don't understand how nasty these people are. These people are disgusting. What's coming, they are going to, they're going to be married. Pedophilia is coming. Bestiality is coming. Everything is going to be so disgusting. And
it's already here. It ain't coming. It's already here.
But wait a minute, they're going to make it abnormal for a man like Maurice to be able to survive in America. You're going to have to act like you gay if you're not, because that's what's coming. That's going to be the norm. So you're going to have some regular men that's going to have to put on like they're gay in order to survive in America. People don't understand where we're going. This thing is, what do you think the Antichrist is? Who do you think he is? Who do you think he is? That's what's coming on the earth. This earth has got to get so disgusting for people to understand that that's who's going to be running all of this homosexuality. Y'all don't believe Obama. See, let's go there. Let's go who he really is. Do y'all really don't understand who he is? Do y'all not understand that Kamala Harris, y'all got to understand, why is his presence still there? Why is Obama's presence still there? He's been president long ago, right? He's still, every now and then you still see him. Why? Who is he? Y'all better wake up. Y'all can really find out. You're going to find out who he really is. He ain't gonna.
Let me say this. Because if I go for too long, I forget.
Go ahead. You need to write your stuff down.
There's a rapper from the continent of Africa. This motherfucker there, and all you hear him, no lyrics, making tons of money.
Why? Why do you think?
There's a sister in America called Sexy Red.
Why you think
she sold about 20,000 albums or whatever the hell they measure it by?
And it's disgusting.
Ain't shit.
She's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then you wonder where the LGBT come from. It's the culture.
Yeah. That's my point.
It's the TV. Every show you watch now has LGBT. I don't even watch TV because I don't want to see two men kissing. I don't want to see two women kiss. I don't want to see that. That's garbage to me. But this is what we're exposing our children to. Even in the cartoons. Why do you think our children are so sexual right now? The cartoons. You got cartoons. Back 5 years ago, you had this show. What was this show name? And you had kids kissing. I'm like, what is this? What we doing here? You have to understand what they've exposed our babies to. And now you in kindergarten, you're talking about touching each other. You're talking about LGBT. You're talking about two fathers, two mothers. Okay. When you have to understand, even with the army, how our army represents themselves is two mommies but how Russia army represents themselves, really real men. You understand what I'm saying? You have to understand where America's going. This thing is going to get so bad to where you're going to see old men married to 5-year-old babies. Pedophilia is on its way, honey. Y'all better wake up.
They're doing it now, Sister Kathy. They're doing it now. These people,
they're disgusting.
Have a network through the media, whether it's online, through Facebook or whatever, or the news or radio, whatever magazine. They are hiding the worst filth that you can ever imagine because they have control. And the vast majority of people are in selling body parts.
Right.
A lot of people are coming up missing into organ. Yeah. And these are white Jews, wannabe Jews.
Why you think they had that tunnel? Why you think they had that tunnel in what was that in DC? They had, was it Chicago? They had a tunnel. In the tunnel you had mattresses. You had
in New York.
New York. It was on the news for what, an hour? And then nobody said
you don't even hear about it no more.
If it was in a black neighborhood, they still be talking about it.
Oh man, that should be on 24
hours a day. It would still been on. But you have to understand who you're dealing with. You have to understand who they are. They're the Satan worshipers. Remember the Bible when God said, these are the synagogue of Satan? Who was he talking about? About them. People don't understand who are they talking about. Those are the synagogue of Satan. They believe in the Talmud. They don't believe in the Bible. Read the Talmud. Have anybody read the Talmud? Read the Talmud. You don't understand these people. These people are saying that it's okay to mess with a 3-year-old. It's okay to marry a 9-year-old. This is what the Talmud is telling you. You have to understand these people are not right. They're disgusting.
Listen.
What's his name is showing you now what he all about by destroying them people in Palestine. He's showing you exactly what he really made of, and we still don't understand. That dude is dangerous.
Exactly.
But look at Jay-Z and Beyonce and all these top flight singers and actors. All these people have gone through the ringer to get to where they are.
Initiated.
What's the name of that? The black woman that played in Catwoman.
She had to be initiated.
Yeah, she admitted that she had to get on the casting couch to be in important movies. Not only that, there's a white woman who what do you call those people? They are the Abramovich. I can't remember her first name, but she's the head Satanist.
Yes.
And you can see Jay-Z and Beyonce and all these people are involved in this.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Right. And the Pizzagate, I said it real.
Yeah.
But they got
all them kids coming up missing in DC.
Yeah, that's the point.
Why do you think
and then Hunter Biden has on his back the tattoo of of some kind of a lakes, Finger Lakes, where they are taking and kidnapping kids, and there's like a tunnel system in America.
In America,
where they are experimenting on killing and eating, because white folks they love cannibalism. They ain't gonna never let that shit go.
Oh no, never. That's what they do.
Right. And white and black folks want to be successful, want to be a famous actor, or singer, or writer, or whatever. You got to play the game. You know what I mean? And you gotta, you know what you gotta do, without being gross about it. But that shit is boss. And I was telling my mother, like, now I see, and she was just laughing about the whole thing. Like, yeah, you're right, son, you're right. And these motherfuckers are in control of it. And if you want to have the upper echelons of success that you want to have, you got to give it up. You got to do something. And I believe it. Well, you tell me about this one. I believe, even though he may say something different, I believe Denzel Washington is involved in some kind of way, shape, or fashion.
I already told y'all that already. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you, because I ain't have proof. But he been on that couch too.
Yeah. And Samuel Jackson, all these motherfuckers done did something. So, Brother Marie, you got to get on with the get on now. You got to come on with it.
You got to get on the couch.
No.
The truth is out there, bro. The truth is out there, and starting with the Roman Catholic Church and the Pope
That's
and
what
all
their
these
religion
kids
is.
are
It's all,
raping
that's their pedophilia. That's what
yes,
their Catholic religion is. People don't understand that. That's what it
and,
stands for.
and the royal
The
family of
Jesuits.
Great Britain and all these royal families in throughout Europe.
All of them. Man, and
And
people
what?
nasty.
They, look, do you know they got a fence going around the Capitol? Is it the Capitol? A fence? You never seen that? Now I
No.
don't know. I haven't
I
been
seen it
to
at one
Washington.
time, but I thought they took it down. It was for something else, though.
Oh, I don't know.
I seen they
But
had the
even the name DC is not on the map anymore. You know what I mean? There's something that's going on.
Well, you know, New
I,
York was the capital at first. New York was the
huh?
capital. DC wasn't the capital at first. New York was the capital.
Oh, in Washington? Oh, Washington.
It
I mean, you're
wasn't
talking about
DC
DC.
wasn't.
Yeah,
It was New York
yeah,
was the capital. Way back in the day, it was New York.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden it switched to, and that's why the babies coming up missing. DC is a
Yeah.
very dangerous place
Well,
to live.
there's a lot of shit going on that ain't supposed to be going on. And it just goes to show how deprived these people are. But we've been going on for a long time. But go ahead, Brother Marie.
Okay, I want to show this video that Sister Cassie sent. So it's set up
Is that the woman or the?
Let's see.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, such a couple of them. The man with the boy telling me he's not raising black men. He raising just men. What? You just doing him a disservice.
Okay.
We have to never forget and always remember our history. And that's the problem is they're trying to take your history away because they can repeat stuff. And a lot of times they're rewrapping this stuff and it's the same stuff that we were doing back in the day. They rewrapping it and you thinking it's new. It's not. Because we're not passing our history down to our children. When you begin to pass your history down, you begin to understand when they're trying to do some new stuff. Then you're not, then you understand what's going on. Oh yeah.
So I'm walking down the aisle, minding my own business, and this kid out of nowhere goes, "Somebody stinks. Somebody smells like doo-doo." And listen, I don't wipe my ass, so I knew he was talking about me. Like, I know I smell like doo-doo. But pheromones are natural, and I hate that we as a society have shamed other people for having natural body odors. We need to normalize this. No other animal worries about how they smell, so why are we worried about it? Anyway, I thought it was really disrespectful, but I wasn't going to say anything until this kid gets closer to me, and he smells me, and he goes, "Mommy, I think it's this lady." First of all, I am not a lady. I'm not a lady, and he should not be assuming my gender. Second of all, mind your business. You are in my personal space, and you're saying something that you know is going to embarrass me out loud. And I know he knows better. I have a newborn, and they have never said anything like this. They already know not to say anything. If they don't have anything nice to say, they're not going to say anything at all. And so I just think it's ridiculous at 3 or 4 years old, this kid doesn't know any better than to just keep his mouth shut. I was publicly humiliated today, and I am begging you guys, teach your children to be respectful and considerate of other people. So I was at Target earlier this morning, and this mom and her son were walking behind me. Her son was
That's nasty.
Very.
My thing is you embarrass yourself for one. Animals lick their behinds to clean their behinds. Okay, so it gets white. I'm just saying. Newborns don't talk. She's a newborn, right? Newborns, come on, lady. What are you doing? They're talking about she's not a woman. This is where this country is going. This country is done. This is why we're going through what we're going through right now. It's done.
You see how white folks are crazy? Brother Maurice, I seen video where they are not taking baths anymore. Or if they do take a bath, they don't wash their ass or wash their legs or wash their feet. This is some sick, depraved people, man. There's no word for this shit. And in my opinion, it was a waste of time for our ancestors to civilize these people. They will never be civilized. They just don't have it. They don't have it.
This is
I
why our
want to
ancestors
go.
separated us from them. We came back together with them. We had our own land, on everything. And what we do, we thought we knew better than them. Just like our young folk now think they know better than us. Now you mixing and mingling and marrying them. You got no business doing that.
I want to go and show that second video now.
I'm not raising black children. I'm raising children. I'm not raising black men. I'm raising men. And whether you are black or you are white, no matter what race that you are, there are certain things about being a man and being a good man when it comes to character and integrity and safeguarding the helpless and sticking up for those who need it and being a good man of reputation. None of that has to do with skin color. Everything has to do with the character of the man. The beauty of being a man of faith is we were called for a time in a family such as this. This is exactly how God created us to be. This is exactly how my family unit was supposed to be. Before I was even born, this is exactly how it was supposed to be. Before you were even born, he knew that you were chosen for me and mommy. And he knew that you were going to have your skin color. And he knew that I was going to have my skin color. And there's beauty in that. And it's unique to a lot of people. It might be foreign to some people, but it's absolutely beautifully and it's beautifully God ordained. And it's something that is going to be a part of our testimony. It's something that is making impacts through a butterfly effect that we don't even understand yet. Whether it be people that see me from afar, people that see the way that I love you, the differences that we do have compared to if we did have the exact same skin. I'm not raising black children. I'm raising.
So,
That's
Sister
not,
Cassie.
honey.
Hell, he is raising black kids.
Our God didn't tell us to mix with them. Our God didn't say nothing about them. He called them serpent people. So why would he now change his mind? He said, I changed not. Why all of a sudden would he change now and say, oh, I'm gonna put you with a white family? He know who they are. He called them Satan people, Satanists. He called them serpent people. Said no, there's nothing good in them. He called them spittle. So now all of a sudden, now you're gonna tell me that my God told me that it's okay for my black son to marry your white daughter, a piece of nothing? That's not the word. That's not true. His God might have said it, and he's doing it for a reason. It's not to bless our black babies. It's not to bless our Hebrew children. It's all for their demise. Because every single time, and I can prove it, every time they get their hands on our children, they either come up LGBT. You can look at that lady from South Africa, Celeste, right, who has the two black boys who was raising them as girls. Okay, Madonna, she adopt one. He's looking crazy now. Steven Spielberg, he got that black girl. Now she's in a porn movies. So every time they touch our babies, they come up dysfunctional. So you tell me, what God is he talking about? He ain't talking about the God that I serve. He's not even, he's talking about another type of God. Okay. That's talking about some LGBT, elemental P, QR. That's not the God we serve. So no, I disagree totally with him. God didn't tell us to mix and mingle with them. God didn't tell us to have babies with them. God didn't tell us to marry them. That's why you see that we're still at the bottom, because we've mixed and mingled and we've allowed them to integrate into our families. And this is what you're seeing. You're getting ready to genocide yourselves.
So Sister Cassie, you're saying that white folks cannot produce black children to be
Absolutely
good,
not.
to be good people.
Absolutely. I've not seen any. Have you? I've not. Every time I've seen them integrate or adopt our babies, they turn up dysfunctional because they can't help it. That's what they are. They're dysfunctional. So how do you create a functional child when you're dysfunctional? Your whole foundation is dysfunctional. How are you going to create a functional child, black child, when you don't even like black folk? How are you going to you can talk that noise all you want, but when you get mad at him, what you call it?
Nigga.
What you call it? You understand what I'm saying? How you
Yeah.
treat them when you get mad at them? Oh, you can pretend all you want, but I know what's in you, and it ain't never. It's still there. You can smile all you want.
Yeah.
But when them babies get grown, we're gonna understand what went on in that house. You got black children now talking about when them white folk adopted them, what the hell they went through. You had the whole young man that was on trial who slapped a teacher. His whole background is white. They got him on all the psychotropic drugs. They didn't ruin his boy's life. Now he getting ready to get 35 years for slapping a teacher. 35 years. But nobody's gonna talk about that. But I'm just saying, I rest my mic. Ain't no way in the hell they got no business adopting nothing that don't look like them. Keep that in your family. But I hear black folks arguing with me that it's okay for them. It's love. They love. What long as somebody adopt them? Why so many black babies on adoption list anyway? Because of them. Because y'all taking them babies from them young girls, putting them in a system that's trafficking our babies. It's a known fact that CPS is a trafficking them babies. Police officers trafficking them kids. That's a known fact. You taking them babies? They ain't got no. And then babies come up missing or dead. How many babies have been taken from their parents, put into white families, and dead today, have died? We know what's going on in them houses. Shoot, you can talk all that craziness if you want to. I'd rather leave them in the foster care. I'd rather leave them in the system. At least they'll have a chance than get in their hands.
Exactly. Brother Isaiah, did you want to add anything to what?
Now I got to throw my 2 cents in. Man, Sister Cassie, you done hit it right on the head, because all of these so-called institutions in America, whether you call it child protective surgery, child protective services, and Boy Scout, Girl Scout. You know what I mean? All these so-called wannabe benefactor white institutions are bullshit institutions, and all they doing is just taking advantage of it.
Yep.
And in America, as you may know, money talk, bullshit walking. A lot of these people have no accountability.
Yeah.
See, if the justice system in America were just, 90% of white folks be in jail.
Yep.
Because as you may know, before 1965, 90% of the people who were in jail were white.
Yeah.
There wasn't no niggas in jail. We weren't doing shit.
Only when
But after the 3 strikes and all that shit came about, and planting drugs and guns in our neighborhood, and crack epidemic and all that shit, that's when the explosion and the jail population for black folk really got out of whack. But as we talked about, as we talked about on the show, Sister Catherine, Brother Muhammad, what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. And these people, you know what I mean? They getting it now. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. But their handwriting on the wall, as I've said before, the death certificate for these motherfuckers has been signed, sealed, and delivered already by the hand of karma. I rest my mic, throw it back at you, Brother Marie.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Brother Isaiah. Thank you, Sister Cassie. My next question, because we've established that if you're a white man cannot make a good black child, a white man cannot be a good example to black children or black men as an example of what fatherhood is. We talked about the foundation of black fatherhood is our connection to our God. Now, and once we get these things securely understood, would that produce a new type of black man and woman? Sister Cassie?
Once we get back to educating our own babies, yes. Once we get back to helping our babies or black folk to understand how dangerous these people are, long as we understand our history and know that history never changes, it's always gonna be. Long as we understand our history and go back in history to understand who they were and never forget. And now we have to do the re-educating of black minds. But until then, no. When you get back to the basics, yes. But until we get back to that, you're gonna have this right here, what you're gonna get. Till we learn how to love and understand each other and get back to loving each other and separating from them and educating our own, be separate, learn not. Other than that, no. We're gonna always be where we are now, at the bottom. Because I believe it's gonna take us healing us helping us doing for us protecting us. Nobody else is gonna do this but us, for us. Period. Now rest my mic.
Thank you, Sister Cassie. Brother Isaiah, what's your thoughts on Sister Cassie said?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's your thoughts on what Sister Cassie said?
Shit, what is it now? My mind gone.
Total separation.
Oh, separation. Oh, well, nowhere on this earth it belongs to them. You know what I mean? It's about high time we get serious about this. Not only in the education in our schools, but in our home. And we've always done better than them. And that's the reason why they're so jealous of us. We should have been long gone by now if you let them tell it. But, we are the very essence of the black universe in human form. We ain't going no damn well. They try to kill us, we come right on back. That's just some shit, you know what I mean? And they trying their damnness to beat us, but they can't. Because they are of the devil and we are of the God. The positivity will always rule over the negativity. The bad will always be under the good. And so it's a wrap. You know what I mean? As far as I am seeing, and based on history, since history repeats itself, that this world we live in ain't got no other choice but to go back to black. No other choice. Black is all good. Always bet on black. Stay away from these filthy ass, nasty ass devils in the human skin as we know these pale skin to be. They would never ever be in or do anything correctly, well, good, just. It's just not in them. And our ancestors said it correctly a long time ago. I forget verbatim what it said, but it's like these people are only good for sudden exertion.
Extinction.
That's it. Sudden exertion. That's it. They have no ability, none whatsoever, to do anything. And the reason why we're so caught up in this matrix that has blinded us to the realities of these people is that we have fallen for the fallen for the okie doke, hook, line, and sinker. And they, it's one too many videos that I've seen where people are waking up to the reality of these white motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They ain't shit. They have never been shit, will never be shit, but shit. That's it. But I throw look, am I lying? Now, you know me, Sister Catherine, Brother Marie. You know me. I'm not going to hold back on a motherfucking thing. I'm going to speak facts over what? Feelings. I give no fuck about a motherfucker's feeling. Or what I care about is truth. What I care about are facts. And when the facts are overwhelming with these motherfuckers, ain't but a minute before our own institutions, whether it be the media or what have you, they're gonna turn on their ass.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be but a minute. You going to watch what I tell you. I'll give it 2 or 3 years at best
That's too long.
before we start buying out the BBC and the ABC, NBC, and CBS and all these places and exposing these motherfuckers for what they are. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be long. We ain't talking about no 50, 100, 200 years from now. Because the revolution must be televised, and it is not being televised because white folks don't want this shit to be told as far as what they are doing. They're the nastiest motherfuckers on the planet. They're the filthiest motherfuckers on the planet. They have no soul. They have no morals. They have no conscience. And unfortunately, Martin Luther King found that shit out, but it was too late. Trying to integrate with these motherfuckers. You don't integrate with these bitches. They're not capable of helping themselves. And you know, as far as white folks go, they'll kill a mama. They have no respect of person, of themselves, of their family. They'll fucking kill you if you don't kill them first. And that's why, Brother Marie, in those 67 points, the underlying intention and motivation is what? Brother Marie, is what?
Is what's the question you're asking?
Yeah, to kill all niggas. When you connect all them dots with the numbers, the pictures you get are niggas hanging from trees.
Exactly.
They don't give a fuck.
No,
Chris Hayes, was that brother? That white dude named Christopher Hayes, something like that. I forget. He spells it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trick. It's a game. It's a lie. They lie. They lie. They lie. And the more they lie, they hope that you find out. You don't find out, and you fall for it. And look at all these niggas trying to get along, to go along, to be a collaborator. As long as they get what they got, as long as they getting what they got to get for themselves and for their family, all the crumbs off the table. When all you got to do is just bitch slap the shit out of them and take the goddamn pie. It's not difficult. It's just that goddamn simple. Hamas is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Hezbollah is doing it. They're not powerful. They got all the motherfucking the latest weapons and all this shit. They're still getting their ass whooped. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Fuck white folks. They blowing smoke up our ass, making them look like they the biggest thing going, and they ain't shit. Pull back the curtain. All you see is a little wannabe wizard. These are little kids and grown-ass men and women's bodies, man. And I wanted to reflect back on it too. And Coulter or whatever her name is, she got on national TV with Vivek Ramaswamy and Ramaswamy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and Ramaswamy were talking about, I ain't never been, never seen racism. You dumb motherfucker. Trying to go along to get along. And what does she do? What does she say? Well, I wouldn't vote for you because you're black. You didn't see her say that, but she said because you're Indian. That's because you're black, motherfucker. You might well just come on out and say it. I wrote to that bitch. I told her, have me on your show, come on your show, come on Mark Lamontio show. We're going to have it out. I'm going to explain to you that you ain't white. You are a confused motherfucker. You are psychopathic and sociopathic with a lot of wannabe intentions that are not real.
I think we're going to have to get you a statesman.
Huh?
Marie, we're going to have to We gonna have
Well,
to get
look,
the statesman.
look, Sister Kathy, I don't wrote to all these big wig wannabe white motherfuckers who talking all this shit.
But guess what?
Ann Coulter,
Jody Maurice.
Bill O'Reilly, all these motherfuckers.
Yep.
Tommy Lawrence. Oh, you know, Brother Maurice, you know. And I told him, let me in on your show, please. Let me in. I'm not
You missed that show when they talked about the statesman. You need to go back and look at that show when my brother Maurice was talking about the statesman. We need statesmen.
The statesman in the movie?
Those are people that's speaking for us because we too harsh.
Oh. Well, look, I'm not as good as a lot of people may want to think. I'm green, but I can guarantee you, put me in front of Piers Morgan with all the white motherfuckers, Ann Coulter, Tommy Lawrence, you name it, Bill O'Reilly. I'm smoking all of them motherfuckers.
Get you a statesman first.
I'm smoking. They're not gonna get away. I don't wrote to these motherfuckers not one time, dozens of times on each and every occasion on X. You feel what I'm saying? Letting them know that you're not white. You are a confused motherfucker. You are a bleach ass nigga, the worst niggas on the fucking planet that come from Dravidian albinos. You're faking. You ain't shit, motherfucker. But I'm gonna get off my road. You know I keep going. So I know y'all be like, all right. But look, if you ever, Brother Marie, Sister Cass, can ever find a white motherfucker who talk all this shit and come on this show, I'm roasting them motherfuckers. I'm here to tell you. Please have any of these motherfuckers with a PhD. I'm going to embarrass the fuck out of them. On this show, on their platform, even on my show. You know what I mean? Because they're not getting away with it. They get away with too much shit. And nobody ain't really confronting them. But once you confront them and let them know that they ain't white, they ain't Caucasian, they ain't none of this, they're what did I call it? They suffering from delusions of grandeur. They think they bad, but they ain't. They think they sugar, but they salt. I throw it back in.
Awesome. When I want to ask you about this because there's a definite sour element in our communities. Now, in Detroit, in the east side of Detroit, there is a barbershop. It's called Nude Cuts, where you go into the barbershop and the barber has no clothes on. No, that
I saw that.
What the fuck is really going on?
Butt naked like a motherfucker. Like,
exactly.
Man, come on, man. Now I can see if it was a woman. I might be more tolerable. But a man going into a barber shop with a motherfucking man butt naked, man, come on, man. This city going. You know what? I told friends on my Facebook, I'm leaving this motherfucking planet. They wilding out, man. They wilding out.
Exactly. You know, and it's,
y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait.
It is crazy. It is
ain't seen nothing yet.
Crazy. And you know, it's done, and there's no pushback. It's done, and there's no pushback whatsoever.
Isaiah, what's the name of your show?
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. WMB of Lies and Deceit.
It's very disrespectful because it definitely shows that the people who are doing this have no righteous mind whatsoever.
None.
And then the I would say a nice size of our people thinks that this is okay. Oh, I don't see nothing wrong with it. This is you got to get down with the modern time now. What? Sister Cassie, what's your thoughts about this?
I don't know what to think right now. It's crazy because we have shows like this all the time, and black folks still gonna be black folk, and they gonna still do what they want to do, and they gonna still tell you that all white folk ain't bad. Our history shows us that they are. So when we try and we the elders, okay, and we're supposed to be teaching our young folk, we get cussed out. Every time we try to tell them the truth, every time we show them, we have proof. We can bring video after video where our young babies are being cut up, the young girls are being cut up, and they'll tell you, our black men don't want us, so we're gonna go marry them. You got the black girls effect for white men when they marry these white dudes. You got the black men, you got all this crazy stuff going on TikTok. But until you guys understand what you're dealing with, we're genociding ourselves right now and don't care. We don't care. That's sad. Our men are to the point where they don't even want to look at a black woman. And now you got black women going out finding other folk. God is not pleased because our black men were supposed to be our head and our protectors. And when your protectors in your head reject you, what else do you want women to do? They're going to get with somebody. And it's almost like black women have been forced to go outside to marry white men, other cultures. God's not pleased with that. That's why you're seeing a lot of these black dudes marrying these white women. They could end up dead and all this crazy stuff. You end up with nothing. You got black men. You see them with a white woman. They sit up. They're talking about black women in front of them. You're disrespecting your mother. You're disrespecting your sister. You're disrespecting yourself because she talk about black women. You think she's not talking about your mama? You think these white women want you like that? One white woman said to get a black man was a downgrade for her. What? What? But that's what her thinking is. Because we have our men, the self-esteem is done. Our men are the only men in the earth that nobody likes. Their own woman. This is sad. This is sad. Nobody wants to be black. Nobody wants a black man. Black women don't want black men. You see where did it all start? You see what they've done to us? And we won't help. We don't dig our way out of it. We agree with it and keep running with it. We got a mess right now. Who dropped this ball in the black community? They did. And we picked it up and ran with it. Can we think for ourselves at some point? Can we start thinking for ourselves and stop going against our own for them? We'll speak bad about our own for them to make them smile. Or they'll say something about your black men and you agree with it. I don't agree with nothing they got to say about black folk, period. I would never agree with them against my own. Never. But you got black folk jumping on the bandwagon every time they say something negative about your baby. That's why I really do believe we need to do a show because I really do believe that black folk hate their children. I really do believe that. We give them our children every day. We know what's happening to our children. We know they have a jail, a prison, the school, the prison pipeline. We know that. But we still, every day, we still take them our children every day, don't we? We know what they're doing to our children. We know that they're doing the LGBT in those schools, teaching our children that. We hate our children. You ain't going to tell me we love our kids. I don't see it. I don't see it. You work on their job and then you turn around and take care. You know what happens on those jobs.
That's right.
Then we turn around and take our children to their schools. And you hear, every day we hear something that's going on. They didn't have a slave auction at a school. Or they didn't pop the black girl in the mouth. Or they didn't done something to your child. And you still taking them to them schools every day.
That's right.
You ain't even trying to do nothing different. But you want to tell me you love your child? I can't tell. Because when you love them, you're going to take them away from them. When you love them, you're going to separate from them. When you love yourself, you're going to separate. When you love yourself, you're going to create your own everything and support your own. And you're not going to stand for somebody. And Malcolm X even said that. Now, I'm going to send that video to you if I can find it. He said, when you love yourself, you're going to protect yourself. You're going to do for yourself. When you love your woman, you're going to protect her. Black folk don't even speak to each other. We go to the store. We won't even speak to each other. I went to Panama. I seen some black folk from America. I tried to speak. That woman doing all that. I want to say,
wow.
I want to say something so bad to her. I don't know what. You know what? You go ahead on about your business. But black Panamanians, you speak to them. They may not know what you're saying, but because it's Spanish, but they at least smile at you. But black folk going to other countries won't even look at you. That's sad. You're taking that racism right over there with you in another country. That's pathetic. You go to Africa and you bring Christmas over there. What the hell are you doing?
For real.
You go to Africa, you bring an Easter over there. What are you doing? You're supposed to be doing it different. That's my mic.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sister Cassie. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to closing comments. Brother Isaiah, we'll let you go first. Where's your closing comment? Oh, before you go, Brother Isaiah, I want to show everybody this damn faggot-ass barbershop that's naked while you getting your hair cut. Nude cuts.
Oh, my goodness. I'm done.
Nude cuts.
Who would actually go there?
Exactly.
That got to be in Atlanta, right?
This is in Detroit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's Detroit, on the east side of Detroit.
I'm see, this is crazy. What's going on here?
Exactly.
You got more black men right now on down low, more than ever before. You got them in the church. You got the pastors mirroring each other. You got the pastors messing with little boys. You got the past. It's out of order. And we've taken on full force the enemy's characteristics. You sending yourself to hell and don't even know it.
That's right.
This is so dysfunctional. This is not even who we are. It's disgusting to even see. It's disgusting to even think about it. That you actually have a shop and black men are visiting this shop.
Exactly.
That's the disgusting part about it. So who do our boys have to look up to? Stuff like this? This right here? This is what my son needs to look up to. This is disgusting. I heard this we had the Scared Straight program, right? Mom took her son there. And son got raped by all the men that was there. You trying to teach him something. And nobody in that group had sense enough to say, we're not doing this. Nobody fought for that baby when the idea came up. All the men raped that boy. Even the jail guard. Nobody said nothing different. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Exactly.
This is it right here. This is it. This is you telling me that this is what my child has to look up to. My grandson has to look up to. No, thank you. And then you wonder why I want out of America. This is not going on in other countries. They're not doing this in other countries. Nope. This is America stuff. America is the most disgusting country in the world. The most nastiest. And this is what our men, this right here is what this is the down low stuff. This is what we come to. A nude cut. Ain't that something? You walk around in your butt naked self around other men. You got to be gay going up in there. Because ain't no reason going up in there.
Exactly.
You taking your child up in there? What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us?
Yep.
We're done. We are done. Ain't too many 2/3. And this is where the 2/3 come in at. 2/3 of our black men or black people are going to die. Do you hear me? 2/3. Look at this mess right here. This right here. God said he's getting ready to come and he's getting ready to punish and judge all of this. All of it. We act just like them. What's different about Israel? What's different about the Hebrews? Absolutely nothing. Look at it. I rest my mic.
Brother Isaiah?
I'm gonna throw a curveball, I guess. White folks doing it worse.
They ain't got nothing to do with us. That's not it.
Listen what I'm
Go
saying.
ahead.
2 girls in a cup. We got 2 white girls with a cup, and one of the girls put it up under her behind part, and it swirls out like ice cream, and they eat it. All right.
They can
They
do
have
that.
sex. Right. They
They can
have
do that.
sex. Right. We don't do that.
Not supposed
This
to.
is what I'm saying. The depravity had gotten to us where we allow these type of images and actions of these white folks to filter down into our soul.
Yep.
And this is the reason why we are experiencing and seeing this type of shit. We didn't, from what I know, I grew up in the 70s. I watched a lot of my older generation. They never talked about this shit. Going to a
No.
barber shop with
No.
get your ass whooped.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Hey, when I went to the shop, when I went to the barber shop with my mother and father, nothing but men in there and women getting their nails done. That's it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But with this, it's way out of hand. Not getting, it's way out of hand. And
Exactly.
what next? You don't see a group of 2, 3, 10, 15 black people pissing and shitting on each other, eating and drinking it and vomiting it back up and having sex in it again. This is white folks depravity. You understand? I searched long and hard trying to find some videos about us doing that shit. It's only white folks, and you can only imagine what else kind of shit they doing. Having sex
Exactly.
with dead bodies, having sex with brothels, right? Throughout Europe, and they're having sex with animals, and now they're having sex in brothels. White men having sex with what? A sex doll, and wanting to have a baby with a sex doll. What kind of sick, depraved nature is this? So my thing is that because we are so disconnected, historically speaking, and one of the comments was about that when you lose connection with your history, you lose connection with your ancestors, you lose connection with your soul, with your mind, your body, and your spirit of your ancestors, to the point where you figure, well, anything goes. It's normal. Let's do this. It's the way it's 2024. No, man. Come on. But yeah, my last comment is really this. We got to, as Sister Cassie said, separate ourselves up. But that's the only answer. Because if we keep following white folks, we're going to be just like them.
That's right.
Down and out in Beverly Hills. You know what I mean?
That's
Ain't
right.
got shit. Getting all the curses of God. And I'm not trying to be religious or anything, but if you look at it on the real and keeping it on 100, when you are involved in the 7 deadly sins, greed, gluttony, sloth, envy, wrath, pride, and lust, you gonna get it. That ain't got shit to do with no religion.
No.
If you are involved in the devil's worship, and the devil's acts, and the devil's actions, and the devil's word, you're going to get the devil's involvement.
That's right.
Ain't got shit to do with being a Jew, being a Christian, being a Muslim. That's it.
That's right.
But once you begin to see with your spiritual eye that you are living a life worth living, and you are living it based on integrity, character, kindness, all of that virtue, your whole being changes. And this is what our ancestors were teaching, what we taught. Live a righteous life so that your days upon the earth may be long and not long suffering. Because if you do anything other than that, you are guaranteed to suffer. And why would you want to suffer behind these worthless ass motherfuckers? Because all they doing is leading you down the path of death. Spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. I rest my mind.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we thank you, family. We thank y'all for coming on and talking about Father's Day and the foundations that makes for a good father. And in seeing the last picture about nude cuts, you can see the homosexuality is moving in or already in and, raising their flag everywhere. And this barbershop should not be allowed to be open. It just shouldn't. It needs to be closed down, needs to be burnt down. A very strong message needs to say, we're not having this shit. That's just the bottom line. We're not having it. You're not doing this here. You better take that shit over there in the cracker neighborhood and do it over there, but you ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you might want to have these dudes up on the show. It might be against your thing, but just to hear it out, you know what I mean, and then tell them to stop that bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying
they're not gonna come. They're not
gonna
come. They're not gonna come. This show is too hot. They get their head taken right the hell off.
Yeah,
right off, real quick. And so I thank you all, and we are out of here. So as we always say, you kill the nigga in you, I'm gonna kill the nigga in me, and our God will reign supreme. We are Blackbird.
Today, tomorrow, and forever. And what else? Stay black.
Stay black.
Stay black.
Stay black.
Peace, shalom, wa wassalam.
All right. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum.
You better get the message and get it straight. You're going to need some bridge work. It's simple as that. Because we're living in Georgia.